I need this plan, right? Of
Yes.
like, this is my goal. This is exactly what it takes to get there. And that plan is helpful, but you can't stay rigid to that because you are currently operating at a certain level of awareness, right?
Yeah.
Based on previous experiences and essentially what you know, which is like a very small amount of like all of the knowledge and like available and all of the insights, even intuitions available in the universe, right? And so it is almost, and I know this is a strong word, like ignorant to assume that that is the only way and that you have to stay rigid to that to hit your goals, right? Because the journey should be fluid, right? And so you can relax into that. And so the way it works is like your mind is kind of like a heat-seeking missile. And so it needs a target in mind, right? And so the easiest way to like create a target in this day and age is income, right? And so if I have a goal income wise, let's say 100K per month, then I don't really care how I get there as long as I do it in a moral way. And as long as I love the process and love the impact that I'm making, right? And so with that, I could initially say, okay, if I want to hit 100K per month, it's X amount of properties making X amount of like dollars per month, right? Like let's say 50 properties making $2,000 per month, then that's 100K per month, right? But that is one path out of an infinite number of paths. And there is what I like to call like the infinite intelligence. Other people call it, the universe, God, higher power, etc. Like all of this is the same thing, but there really is like an infinite intelligence that you can tap into. And if you've ever gotten an intuition, right, where like that seemingly came out of nowhere, like that to me is an example or an element of like the like tapping into the infinite intelligence. And sometimes those come out of nowhere. You don't have to do anything, but you tend to be in a relaxed state when you get those intuitions and they kind of come out of nowhere. And then you just have to have the courage to take action, right? And let those ideas express themselves through you. And so with that, that was part of my journey. And I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit here, but while I was still growing my co-hosting business and that saw incredible growth, I just felt this calling of like, I want to help people, especially business owners and entrepreneurs, completely transform their mindset so they naturally become that person hits their goals with ease, where that's just the standard. Like that is these types of conversations, Jordan, I absolutely love them. And I love talking about this. And I just wanted to have more of those conversations and be able to help people, And so when I felt that calling, right, that to me was also just like an intuition or a calling from God of like, this is at this point in time, something you are meant to do. Will you say yes, or will you push that off for a later time? And I honestly felt some limiting beliefs around that at first of like, I do think I want to do that, but maybe a little bit later after I hit certain milestones and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But eventually, I just started to receive more intuitions, more thoughts, and I faced those limiting beliefs around what I'm capable of, the impact I'm capable of making, and I started to say yes to it as well, right? I said yes to that opportunity I just said yes, like, yes, I'm a mindset coach. I took on that identity. I shifted my identity towards that, and multiple business opportunities came to me, right? Like I literally attracted them, and to where basically it was helping scale and becoming a mindset coach and helping scale coaching programs too. And so by saying yes to that, then that is when, my income even started to rise even more, right? And like, it just really felt like I was called for that. And by saying yes, then the universe started to reward that in terms of giving me more of what I want, right? And so I just wanted to share that story because I do feel like, I know I was going on a tangent there, but if you create a rigid pathway and you feel like that is the only way, then you're actually like restraining other pathways from showing up. That might be even easier and more efficient to hit your goals. And so that is where there is an infinite intelligence. There's more options, and that's why you can't stay rigid. You have to kind of relax and start allowing more ideas to come in as well. And really trust your intuition too, of figuring out what is worth saying yes to versus what is just noise, right? And that's a whole different skill to develop too.